All right, Shalom Yasharallah. Before we get started, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, the teacher and well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. And we're back another video, another lesson. The title of this one is going to be called, we also responds, Women, all right, woman, it should have been woman, with an A, has dream of being chased by military troops. And this one come from the video from the brother, the Hopeful Elect 3. And we're going to listen to it. All right, it's 4 minutes, but she gives a dream that she had being chased by military troops. Okay, so we're going to listen in, then we're going to get some scriptures, and Lord willing, you'll be edified. So let's tune in.
So I just wanted to share a dream I had a week or two ago. The Lord asked me to share. So it started in a hotel room. I was on the top level. It was like a suite, like a presidential suite, the top floor of a hotel room. I had my mom was there and some of her friends and family members. I know my son was there as well. So we were laughing, talking, having a good time. And then all of a sudden, I look out the window and I see the sky had lit up like purple, blue, and a hint of green. So I run to the window to look outside to see what's happening. And then a couple minutes later, not a couple minutes later, but maybe 10 seconds later or so, people started to notice and came to the window to see what was happening. So all of a sudden we started to see the buildings that were in front of us, they started to fall and crumble to the ground. And then the building we were in, about 10 seconds later, it got blown, half of it got blown up and it crumbled to the ground. The side where the window was, that whole side of the hotel was completely blown away and gone. So I grabbed my son's hand because somehow we were still alive, and we were standing in the remaining half of the hotel room. So I grabbed my son's hand and I tried to look for my mom, but at that point I didn't see anybody else. And we started to run out of the building. At this point, I saw a whole group of military men, but they weren't U.S. military. I'm not sure where they came from or who they were, but it was a whole group of military soldiers, and they were carrying AK-47, huge guns in position, ready to shoot. And me and my son started to run, and we hid behind a tree. And I saw these men chasing down after all of the civilians that were running around screaming. They were chasing them down, going up to them with their guns, asking them if they believed in Jesus. And depending on their answer, I didn't see anybody get shot, but they were capturing the Christian. And I just was praying and hoping that my son would be quiet and that he would be still, that we could be able to hide. And so every time I noticed that we could run to the next tree, we would run to the next tree and then hide. And then I saw the military men, they were talking to each other on walkie-talkies as they were searching through the areas. And they were saying to each other, all clear. And basically after that, I'm trying to remember. We just kept running. And when I woke up from the dream, I heard the words Black Death. I immediately broke out crying, like wailing, crying, and that's never happened to me before from a dream. It just felt so real, and I was terrified. I felt hopeless and terrified in the dream, and I just remember waking up and being so happy that that was not reality, that it was only a dream, that I just instantly broke out in tears, wailing, crying, asking, begging God for his mercy because I was terrified. Like, it was frightening.
So you heard it. All right. She had a dream of, basically in to put it in, prophecy wise, she had a dream of basically Jacob's trouble, playing out, you know. And the first the first precept we're gonna get is Joel 2. All right, and 28. And it says, the promise of the Spirit is the title. It says, and this shall come to pass afterward, that I will pour out my Spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. What she was doing, she had a dream. Okay, now that women don't prophesy. They're not prophets, but they prophesy by having dreams and telling to their man, or they're have like sing songs. Those are that's prophesying for the women, right? But continuing on, it says, it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my Spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my Spirit. And that's what the Lord is doing. Okay, he's pouring out his Spirit upon all flesh. It doesn't matter who it is, Edomite, other nations, even those not in the truth of Israel, the 2/3, they're getting dreams. You can best believe that the elites, they definitely getting dreams. They know, So the Lord's pouring out his Spirit upon all flesh, and he's doing it to these people to bring out, their testimony, so the prophets, the men of the Lord, can hear it and break them down, and we do videos on it, So the Lord is pouring out his Spirit, man. All right, and lately, a lot of people have been coming out with these dreams and these visions that they have. Recently, the brother, the elder Kazak down in Mississippi, he did a video on he had 2 dreams in 2020 about Jacob's trouble, and this is gonna happen a lot more as we go on, man, as we get closer and closer to the end, So what she also what we also want to deal with it, what she said in her dream that she saw dealing with with these military troops, and chasing people down and asking do they believe in, the brother blotted it out, but do they believe in JC, who the world inwardly calls, Jesus Christ. Okay, do they believe in him? Right, we know that Esau's gonna come down with a great wrath. Let's look at Revelation. All right, 12 and 12. Right, it says, Revelation 12 verse 12, it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And then who is that devil? Excuse me. The devil is Esau Edom. Okay, you want to say this word devil in the Greek is diabolos or diabolos. It says prone to slanderous, accusing falsely, and they're the accuser. Okay, they accuse the Israelites day and night, right? It says, definition 2, metaphor applied to a man who, by opposing the cause of the Heavenly Father, may be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him. Okay, and that's Esau Edom, man. That's starting with your top wicked, the top wicked elite. Okay, it says, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. They know that time is short. They know that the little season they got, okay, this little season that they're in right now, is coming to an end. All right, they know that. So that's why they're trying to don't forget. It's something called Operation Warp Speed. Let's look that up real quick. Operation Warp Speed. It says, let me open this up. It says Operation Warp Speed was a public-private partnership initiated by the United States government to facilitate and accelerate the development, manufacturing, and distribution of, you see it, jump shots, COVID 19 jump shots, therapeutics, and diagnostics. The first news report of Operation Warp Speed was on April 29th, 2020, and the program was officially announced on May 15th, 2020. It was headed by Moncef Salau from May 2020 to January 2021, and by David A. Kessler from January to February 2021. At the end of February 2021, Operation Warp Speed was transferred to the responsibilities of the White House 19 response team. You can go more deep into it. All right. So they want to speed things up. Okay, they want to usher in their new world order, digital IDs and digital currency, all that CBDCs, the mark of the beast. All right, they want to usher those type of things in. Okay, because they want to continue their rulership. But like we read, their time is short. They don't have a short time to rule that the Lord gave them, right? So now let's read Daniel 12:1. It says, the time of the end, and we're in the time of the end right now. Okay, we're living in those days. We're living in them. Matter of fact, before we read this, let's get 2 Timothy 3:1. All right, difficult times will come. It says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And we're literally in the last days. We believe these are the final days that we're living in before the kingdom of heaven comes. All right, for the Israelites, right? These are some of the characteristics, that we can see. All right, living in these latter days. It says, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, right? You see that on social media. Okay, covetous. We all know what covetous is, right? Being greedy. Boasters. People are boasting and what their accomplishments and what they have. Their money, they're proud. They're blasphemers. They're disobedient to parents. Unthankful, unholy. Without natural affection. People don't care about one another no more. All right, so it's a cold spirit out here. Right? Even for their loved ones. They can go years without talking to their mom or their mother or their father. Truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent. All right, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High. They give into their flesh. All right, they give into their pleasures. It says, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. So these are, some of the things that we see in these latter days, in these perilous times that we're living in. So now let's go to Daniel 12:1, and it reads, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, that time of Jacob's trouble. And that's what the Eve, that the young woman she had, that was her vision. Such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. That's what it tells us, man. Like a time no other. Can you imagine that? A time like no other, something greater than. It's gonna be worse than World War I and II. It's gonna be worse than slavery. 9/11. Recent events that happened in history, right? It's gonna be worse than all that, man. It says, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, right? Every one that shall be found written in the book, and that's the elect. Lord willing, hoping and praying we are of that number. We call ourselves the hopeful elect, because we don't know who the elect are, but we, if you're on the right path, you're worshiping Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, sincerity and truth. You're following the correct doctrine. All right, you're doing, to the best of you're keeping the laws to the best of your ability, because the law's not going to save you, right? But if you're following the truth, all right, the 100% truth and sincerity and truth and worshiping Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, then you on the right path, Lord willing. Okay, let's read let's see what the NET says. It says, at that time, Michael, which Michael was the archangel under Yahweh Shai, the great prince who watches over your people, will arise. There will be a time of distress unlike any other from the nation's beginning up to that time. But at that time, your own people, all those whose names are found written in the book, will escape. You know, and how they going to escape? The Lord will be with them. Okay, He's going to be with His elect, through and through. Okay. Let's now read Second Esdras, right? Because this is what's about to come. Right, as we read in Revelation 12 and 12, Esau's about to come down with a great wrath. So this is Second Esdras chapter 16 and verse 70. It says, "For there shall be in every place." And she also said, they were coming after the believers who believe in, who they call Jesus Christ, but that's not His name. It's Yahweh Shai, right? It says, "Do you?" And they say, "Do you believe in Him? Do you believe in Him?" Right. So basically, we're gonna come after those who believe in the Bible, mainly the Hebrew Israelites, because that's who they're really afraid of, right? We could prove that. Revelation 11. They're gonna come after the men of the Lord, who have the knowledge and the wisdom of the Bible, man, the true knowledge and the wisdom. These people in these preachers, in the churches, they don't have the knowledge. They teach a whole different gospel. They teach a prosperity doctrine. But the Hebrew Israelites, starting with the apostles and the bishops and the elders, a great, really a great millstone, because they're the men who back in the reincarnation, right? Which we believe that, they revolutionized the Bible, the way that the Bible should be taught. Really, it started with the elder Abba Bivens, way back in the 60s. Then it was High Priest Ariah, King Mashah, okay, Elder Yaiqua. They were the apostles and the elders. They were their elders, and now we have the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, who give us the 100% truth through the Holy Spirit. All right, how about Shem Yahushua? But Revelation 11 and 11, and after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet. And great fear fell upon them which saw them. Who was this fear, man? It's the Esau mainly, and the other nations. They're seeing that the Israelites are standing upon their feet again. We're being awakened. Okay, those dry bones are now coming together. Okay, so let's go back to 2 Esdras 16 and 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. See? A great insurrection upon those that... Let's look at that word insurrection, if we can. All right, define insurrection. It says a violent uprising against an authority or government, a rebellion, revolt, uprising, okay? Yeah, they bring that example. The January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. So yeah, an uprising against those that fear the Lord, man. Right? Basically, a persecution, if you want to say. Right? Verse 71. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble, right, are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. You see, the Lord's going to still deliver his chosen. But these military troops are going to come down, sent down by Esau, to come down on the men of the Lord, man, who have the knowledge and the wisdom of this Bible. Okay, really gonna come down to all Hebrew Israelites. Because if you call yourself Hebrew Israelite, if you out on the highways and hedges, if you doing videos, if you just watching the videos and following, they know you're on that list. Look up the red list, blue list, yellow list. Okay, some of us are, a lot of us are on that list, man. Okay, all right, they're gonna come down on us, right? So now let's get this last one, Jeremiah 6:10, because this time is coming. All right, while these Israelites are line dancing and having Israelite marriages, which is not wrong with doing that. If you want to party, do it on your own time, but don't put it out on the forefront and give the people a false sense of hope. Like, this is, being an Israelite is good. It's a good thing to know, to wake up back to who we are. But it's a reason why the Lord did this. Not to wake us up to have fun all day and party. No, there was a reason the Lord woke us up. But Jeremiah 6:10 says, "To whom shall I speak and give warning that they may hear? Behold, their ear is uncircumcised, and they cannot hearken. Behold, the word of the Lord, his name is Yahweh, his son's name is Yahweh Shai, is unto them a reproach. They have no delight in it." Right? These people don't have the delight in hearing the words of the Lord, man. They don't care about this what we're preaching to them. They look at us as some guys on the corner looking crazy, right? Verse 11, "Therefore I am full of the fury of the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I am weary with holding in. I will pour it out upon the children abroad, and upon the assembly of young men together. For even the husband with the wife shall be taken, the age with him that is full of days. And their houses shall be turned unto others, with their fields and their wives together. For I will stretch out my hand upon the inhabitants of the land, saith the Lord." See? It says, "For from the least of them even unto the greatest of them, everyone is given to covetousness, and from the prophet even unto the priest, everyone dealeth falsely." So this is what's going to happen. They're going to come down. People will be taken from their homes, put in FEMA camps, detention centers. Matter of fact, this is Revelation 2:10. It reads, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer." So when you come into this is what the Lord woke us up to learn, but he also brought us thing to suffer, because this is the land of our captivity. We didn't come to America to live it up. This is we're still in somewhat of we're still in captivity, but not we're not in chains or nothing. It's mentally now, and spiritually. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." So we gotta be faithful, stand firm, stand stiffly for the word of the Lord, man. Even when we're facing death, you better off just, if they offer you death, take it. Lord, when we have that mindset, we should build up that mindset for these days to come. And Lord willing, the Lord gives us that mindset, in those days, man, because it's going to be real rough, and we're going to need Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to get us through, because you can't do this on your own. That's all, like to say, matter of fact, let's get Isaiah 33 and verse 6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, is his treasure." So the wisdom and knowledge of the Lord is going to keep us stable, man. All right? That's what's going to get us through this thing. Knowing what's going on, knowing what's happening, why is it happening, all right? Knowing the prophecies and what's about to come next. We got the mark of the beast, Jacob's trouble first, then the mark of the beast, then World War III. Okay, these things are on the way. And looking at 2025, hey, Lord's will, something happens, man. So woman has dream of being chased by military troops, and hey, that's not gonna be the first, and it ain't gonna be the last. More of these things are gonna come out, and we're gonna continue to do videos on it to warn the people, to warn the flock, and the Lord willing, hey, we continue to get edification out of it. So, Lord willing, it was edifying. We're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops and elders of Great Millstone, the teaching rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Lords, will you was edified. Till next video, I'm going to say, Shalom.